Hello everyone, I am the chosen one. Welcome. Doing a little chill stream. I want to just hang out a bit. Um, Make sure everything's working. No, the game's not Deltarune. Let me change that. Castlevania. Most likely we'll play that. Yeah, there we go. Change that. Okay. Okie dokie. I just want to play a little bit of games together. And hi Rainy, how you doing? Good to see you. Um Feel free to give your thoughts if you want to talk and stuff. I want to just have conversations, to be honest. There's a lot to talk about. I didn't post my reaction yet. Most likely that'll come tomorrow. Being it's not like a character that I wanted 100%. If it was a character, I probably would have posted it yesterday right away. But it's not like people really want to see my reaction that much. I mean, it's not like, I mean, it's the end of Smash, so I know people probably still want to see it, but the delay won't be too big a deal. Um, oh man, a lot of people in here. Hi Rainy, hi Challenger Wolfie, yeah, my boy Sora's and my favorite game who has spelled this ultimate. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you guys. You guys have no idea how happy I am for Sora fans. Like, I'm not even a Sora fan, and I got like I don't want to spoil my reaction too much, but I tweeted a little about it. Like I got goosebumps, and I'm not even like I don't even know Sora like that. Like I never played a Kingdom Hearts, but let me tell you, like what a way to convince me to get into a series. Like just the way they ended it, and just like oh, it was so good. It was really good. It's amazing. It was fantastic. Hello, I assume you didn't record your reactions to the Sora reaction. Yeah, I did. You said that before, right before I said it, but yeah. But yeah, welcome, Sonic fan. Yeah, I recorded my reaction. I forgot my brother recorded it on his phone, and I forgot to upload it to my computer, and like connected to my computer, and he left for work with his phone, so I couldn't like upload it to my computer because my brother has like a better phone than I do, so the recording comes out better, so we use his phone for my reactions and stuff. It's just nice and easy to do. But yeah, I'll do that later. What more can I say? I'm absolutely ecstatic about it. Like, wow, the handshake at the end between him and Mary. Yes. I'm telling you that part, the music. I mean, if you guys don't know me, I'm a huge Yoko Shimomura fan. Like I love her music. She's like the queen of video game music. She's one of my favorite composers of all time. She's a big inspiration for me. So like her music alone had me like almost crying. Like the music alone had me almost like I was shaking like at the end, and then seeing Mario and Sora shake hands, like I don't that left so much impact on me for more than one reason. Like it was just like, oh man, like the meaning behind that was just crazy. Because I saw it also as a conclusion to like Square Enix and Nintendo's relationship, like the full comeback. Like it kind of felt like it all came full circle. Like and then just the fact Disney, it could mean a bunch of things. Like the biggest collaboration in history, and just the fact like who these two shaking hands are from Disney and Nintendo. Like it means a lot of things to people, and that's what's so amazing about it. Like like it's just amazing. Like that was incredible. Let me raise the music a little bit. Hold on. It was incredible though, guys. Like I it was amazing. I love how Sakurai didn't show the whole trailer until the end, because that ending would have not hit as hard if he showed it in the beginning. I'm glad he cut it off with the little Nani, and then like came later to like deliver the final blow with that trailer. Like it was just so good. People cried when Sora joined Smash finally. Yeah, I saw a grown man cry on stream. It was crazy, and I felt that. I saw two grown men cry. I'm referring to Roger's base. He cried, and Run JD Run. They were crying from that, and they got me, man. Those reactions were crazy. I'm also doing an art project that's due tomorrow. Let's go. We gonna speedrun this tonight, boys? Oh, this Castlevania? Oh, you mean you're gonna speedrun? Yeah, the project. I'm sorry. I don't know why my mind. I saw myself playing Castlevania. I'm like, I thought you meant speedrun this. But yeah, good luck on that, Rainy. Hope you get that done. You may not remember me, but I appeared on a stream before saying that I wanted. Sorry, I thought I heard something. You may not remember me, but I appeared on a stream before saying that I wanted. I'm trying to read this correctly. You may not remember, but I appeared on a stream before saying that I wanted. But then you don't say anything. There's always Smash 6. I like Sora's inclusion though. I see. I don't know what character you were about to say, but you forgot to include them in your message. What if Shantae joined Smash Brothers 2 last DLC content? What, like in the next game? Well, it's already over, so they're not gonna join anymore. The music during the end trailer definitely sold the cherry on top for real. The trailer was definitely perfectly timed. Yeah, I saw JD's videos. Dude screamed, I gotta watch Roger's video. Got it on my watch. Yeah, Roger's is also like a top tier reaction. So far, Roger and JD have like the best reactions. Oh, and Alpha Stoutland. Alpha Stoutland's was amazing too. I never seen that man get so excited. It was fantastic. Let me at least start playing this while we talk. I'm kind of just playing this in the background because I kind of just want to focus on talking about this, if I'm being honest. Like, uh-oh. Wait, let me see. 10-2. Wait. Oh, okay, this is the latest one. Okay. Yeah, those were like my top 3 favorites. Man, I just wish Erika was here to see the last one. Like, I wore my Joy-Con Boys t-shirt for the finale. I had to pay homage to him for that final reaction, because like, he was a big part of what made the Smash hype train. It's such a shame he wasn't like here to see the second pass. He would have literally freaked out from every single fighter that was in the second pass. Can you guys actually believe that? He loved every character that was featured in the second pass. It's so like, it's just crazy to think about. Like, he would have gone nuts for every single one. And that just gets me, it just makes it even more sad to me. Like, it's just crazy. This music is terrible. This music's so bad. I remember Alpha wanted Sora too, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta see how he feels. Love Kingdom Hearts series, and also it's the 20th anniversary too, also greatest news ever. Yeah, so like, I don't blame anyone, like, at all. Like, I'm not one of those people that, like, complain. I love when Smash does this. It makes me so happy. Like, and then on top of that, it just gets me, like, I'm a gamer at heart. Like, gaming is my career. I made a tweet about this. I was saying how, like, even if I'm not into a game series, it touches me when I see stuff like this. Like, I truly love video games. So it's like, if people didn't feel anything from that, like, I'm sorry. They're like true gamers know the feeling. Even if you didn't care about Sora, it's what it meant, man. Like the meaning behind it. Like it was just so powerful. Like I almost cried, and I don't even like. I have no connection with Sora at all, and I almost cried from it. Like I don't know why. It was just like it was the most beautiful reveal. It was just awesome. Like sure, my first reaction, like my initial reaction right away was a little, of course it was gonna be a little disappointment, because it's like, you know, I was like, let's put it this way, like if they did that with Chrono and they did the same exact thing, I would have been reacting exactly like everyone else pretty much, because that's what Chrono means to me. And I feel like Chrono, at least to me, will have like the same impact for those who know who Chrono is and what he means to gaming. He's a little on the more lesser known side. Like he's known, but not like on that like mainstream level, but for those who know, they know. When the music, it's like the same. Like if they did an orchestrated remix of Chrono, like it would have been like, we would have been done. The Chrono fans would have been done. But so because of that, you know, my reaction obviously is the final fighter. If you didn't want to count, it's gonna have that's disappointment's gonna sink in a little. But I'm not the type that's like, you know, like, oh, okay, I'm gonna whine about. Like, no, I let it sink in. Like, it's just interesting to see who it is, regardless if you're not big on the character. Like, it doesn't matter. Also, why this guy doesn't take damage? What the heck? Like, it was just amazing. Like, I'm not mad at all. Like, I got over it pretty quickly during it. Like, it's just, you know, it's gonna hurt a little, like, in the first few minutes. But then as you go through the direct, if it's like, you know, it grew on me so much. And then, you know, the trailer, the everything, what Sakurai said, Sora himself, like, I really loved it. Like, it was just great. I have no hard feelings at all. Like, I'm actually genuinely happy he got in now. And this is coming from someone who didn't give a heck about Sora. Like, I feel like he was one of those characters, I don't know why. I just didn't want to care about them for some reason. I don't know why, though. Like, I guess because I'm not big on Disney, so I never found it, like, I think the collaboration's cool, but I'm not, like, a Disney person, and I didn't grow up with it, so looking at it, like, I don't get interested in it for some reason. But it's like, I never played it, so I never really got to see, like, why people love it so much. Also, there's a few people that say it's not as great, like, the series, as how some people make it out to be. So part of that, I didn't prioritize it over other, like, RPG series growing up. Like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I know it's popular, but, you know, in my mind, I'm like, popularity doesn't mean everything. But after, like, seeing it in Smash and actually seeing Sora, I'm like, you know what? I probably will like this series. And I was probably just, like, wrong about it, and I'll probably, like, so we'll have to see when it comes to. I'm really happy they announced it for Switch. I'm excited to try it out. So I have a feeling I'll love it. That was just my opinion, like, back then, but, like, after, I don't know, Smash did something. Like, I'm living proof that Smash could do stuff like that. Like, I didn't give a heck about Kingdom Hearts, and after I got on Smash, like, I don't know what it was. Like, it just sparked something in me. Like, I need to play this series. Like, I almost felt left out. Like, I'm like, I felt conflicted, because I'm like, I play so many video games. Like, video games is my life. I love it, and it happened to be from one of the few series I just so happened not to play. Like, one of the popular series that I just so happened not to play growing up. So, it, like, you know, it hurt a little. I'm like, like, I feel like I should play this. Like, just to appreciate video games, I should at least play. Like, it's equivalent to One Piece. Like, I've been watching One Piece, and I'm like, and Naruto, and so I'm like, I need to watch these animes, because it's like, even though I grew up thinking, like, oh, those are just, like, the mainstream stuff, you know, as I got older, I'm like, I still have to go back and watch them to appreciate it, because they are a part of history and anime and stuff. So I went and watched them. So same with video games, like, that's how I feel like with Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, like, even though I had like mixed feelings about those series, like, I feel like I have to play them, because I feel like, as a gamer, I feel like, and like, the game dev that I'm gonna become, I feel like I have to play them. Let me read back on chat. Love Kingdom, right, I wish he was here to see all of them, to be honest. It makes me so sad to know he couldn't experience it. Also, Kingdom Hearts coming to Switch, although it's cloud version. To be honest, I was happy for literally all of the DLC and fans that, including Byleth, who so many people hated. It got me into Fire Emblem Three Houses, so whatever. Yeah, I agree, every character was good. Like, looking back at it, every character announcement was good. Like, if you look at it from a different perspective, you could see why they picked them. Right? Just love seeing the character appear in a style. So yeah, same. Also, hi Juju, how you doing? But yeah, like, I can't explain it, like... Let's actually go over them right now. Let's go over them right now. Let's go in order. So let's start with Joker. So Joker, I didn't even play Persona at the time. But I knew, like, when that, oh man, I remember watching, I never posted that reaction, but I remember I have a hidden reaction to Joker I never posted. I remember watching, I don't know why I didn't post it. I should go find that and, like, post it later on or something, just to, like, as a throwback. I remember seeing Joker's at the Game Awards, and when that moment happened, when the lights went off and they revealed him, that was one of the most hype moments ever. I'm like, oh my god, what is this? I'm like, is this Smash? There's no way they're actually... I was already freaking out. Now, when I found out, like, wait, like, I knew of Persona 5. I'm like, there's no way. And then when it revealed it was him, I'm like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, this is such a, like, specific pick that people are gonna go crazy about. Like, that's a dream pick. Like, oh, this is a game people love, but it will never get in Smash, and then it just did. Like, it was the perfect start to the Smash DLC. And I feel like unanimously everyone liked Joker's inclusion because it was the first one. It was one that, for people who didn't play it, he still looks cool. It gets people interested in the series. I'm sure most people heard of it, so it's like, it got people interested. Like, it was a perfect first reveal. It was just... It was so great. As soon as Joker flipped that envelope, I popped off, and I hadn't even played Persona prior to that. Yeah, me too. Like, it was so hype. Now, that was just a perfect reveal. That was one of the most perfect ones. The second one, if you guys know me, it's my favorite reveal of all time. At E3 2019, I believe, right? 2019? I think so, right? E3 2019 is my favorite E3 of all time. I think that's my favorite E3 of all time. That was the E3 when 2 Smash characters, Breath of the Wild 2, I forgot what else. It was like a bunch of stuff that I loved. Like, Rune Factory, like little stuff even I loved was like, I think, shown in there. Like, when freaking Hero started E3, I mean, it's my most viewed video for a reason on my channel. Like, a goosebumps. Like, I actually couldn't believe it was happening. And this is coming from someone who's a new Dragon Quest fan. Like, I just happened to get into Dragon Quest fairly recently, but Dragon Quest is the #1 video game series I respect. Like, if I were to say what's the video game series I respect the most, it's Dragon Quest. I don't know why. It's the one I had the most fun researching about, learning its history. I just respect it so much because it's the father of the genre, my favorite genre in video games. Like, I just love everything about it. It fascinates me. And not to mention that half of the people who work on Dragon Quest work on my favorite game of all time, Chrono Trigger. So it's just, Hero was my like, to a lot of people that's gonna be so obscure, because it's like, out of everybody, that's my favorite. Hero would have the same impact on Sora if he was big in the West. Let's just put it that way. What Hero is to Japan, it's like the same, at the same level as Sora. Let's put it that way. And for the people who know, they know. So my reaction to Hero being that, it's because I actually known about Dragon Quest. And if you're actually a fan of it, you won't, like, you know. That's what I like about all the picks. Is to somebody, it could be like, it could be that Sora pick, if that makes any sense. So it's like, that's how I felt with Hero. It was just, at that point, I was satisfied. I didn't need another character. But then, oh, and then they did 4. Then I freaked out. Like, they put Dragon Quest 11. I'm like, oh my god. I'm in the middle of playing this, and they actually did it. And then on top of that, they did the unexpected. They put 8, Solo, and Erdrick, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm so done. That is still the most epic, besides the Sora reveal, that is the most epic part. The most epic part in all of the Smash reveals is when all the 4 heroes jump in and the adventure theme starts playing. That theme is one of my favorite video game tracks of all time. It's one of the most legendary video game musics ever, and just hearing that when Erdrick gets shown, I was like in such disbelief of how epic it was. It was one of the most epic moments ever. Especially for a series like Dragon Quest, which is just known for being epic. So it just fit. It was just too perfect. Like, oh, it was so good. And then they follow up and kill us twice. And they give us Banjo at the end. For some, they're saying, oh, they saved D3 by, you know, giving a good Smash reveal. Screw everybody that says that. I was so mad that people even say that. For me, it was that they made it even better. Not that it saved it. I'm like, nah, you just never play Dragon Quest. You need to chill. You can't be saying stuff like that. That's really rude and, like, disrespectful. Like, Dragon Quest is one of those series I actually get annoyed when people say bad things about. I get, like, heated, because I feel like it's just one of those series like Mario. Like, how dare you? Like, it's what, like, to put it this way, Sora wouldn't be here if Dragon Quest wasn't here, if that makes sense, or Sephiroth wouldn't be here if Dragon Quest, like, you get what I mean? Like, so I don't tolerate the hate for Hero. Hero walked, so Sephiroth and Sora could run, if that makes any sense. So, like, you know, we gotta give our props to Hero. We gotta respect all the choices. Hero's trailer was so aesthetic pleasing in terms of its animation, yeah, and it was nice seeing Banjo come back, especially for the fans. I love that there was the 4 Dragon Quest heroes instead of 1, to be honest. Makes them feel more unique. It's like, bro, be dissing a game just because that's not the genre they like playing. Yes, it's... That's why, in my mind, I'm like, there's a difference between gamers and just casual mainstream people. I feel like a gamer, if you're a true, like, in my mind, a true gamer enjoys any type of game. They may not, like, love every game, but they'll appreciate every genre to an extent. Most of the time. That's not 100% true, but a true gamer's gonna at least like one RPG in their life. They're gonna like at least one platformer. Because there's so many different types of platformers and RPGs that there's one that's gonna click with somebody. And that might not be their preferred genre, but there's gonna be one that they like, if that makes any sense. There's gonna be one shooter. I mean, hey, I don't even like shooters. But Halo was like one of the funnest experiences in my life growing up. But I do not like shooters. I get dizzy playing shooters. I'm not like particularly that good at them. Like I get like, I don't know. I'm just not big on it. But with what's it called? Yeah, like with shooters, I'm not big on them, but Halo was just, you know, I appreciated the shooter genre during a time in my life, and I understand why people like it. It's not my favorite, it's why I don't like Fortnite. Wait, Fortnite? Am I dumb? Wait, yeah, duh. Why did I question that? But Fortnite's like a third-person shooter, I think. It's not a first-person. Well, that says a lot, you see, about my interests. But what's it called? Yeah, like simulation. I mean, that's not really like a big. That's like a sub-genre kind of. So let's say, but like, you know. That's why I like seeing the older people's reactions, because they play everything. Like, a lot of people might not know who this is, Nintendo Capri-Sun. He's like one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. He's just an OG gamer. Like, he's like 40-something years old. And he just likes everything. Like, he knows everything. I feel like he knows mostly everything. So, like, almost every character that gets in Smash, he's gonna know who they are. So it's like... It's kind of cool seeing somebody that could just appreciate every character because they grew up playing games, so they kind of just know everything. So at the end of the day, there's no bad pick. Unless it's Fortnite. But anyway, my point still stands. That, like, there's no bad pick when picking a character. And it's the fact there's somebody for everyone. Like, I feel like there was somebody for everyone. Whether no one played any game that got shown, there's someone for everyone. There was fighting game characters, there was what's it called? RPG characters. There was platforming characters. Just they had it all. Preach. Yeah, I agree 100%. Like, I played the GoldenEye and N64 and it was fun. To be honest, I didn't even get far and I was just shooting people for the heck of it. I don't even normally gravitate towards shooters. But yeah. I notice I'm just walking in circles, but I don't care. I'm having fun talking anyway. This game's really hard to multitask because it's like, you have to go in the right direction. Yeah, I might die. I don't even care if I die. Come on. No. Who was I on? Banjo? Oh yeah, Banjo. Yeah. So what I was saying, Banjo just was the cherry on top. He was the cherry on top. Holy cow. What a way to end an E3. And then when the Smash reveal is not even the last thing at the E3, you know it's hype. Because then Zelda 2, Breath of the Wild 2 got announced. And it's just like, okay, done. I'm done. Terry is another character I respect a lot. Because I feel like he was like in a good... He was revealed at a good time. He wasn't the last, he wasn't the first. So I feel like that Terry was one of the few that didn't anger people that much, I feel. Unless I'm wrong. But I feel like... was fatally furious if you include that, but... It's just like... Terry was just a cool another cool character. Like, again, like, I mean, for crying out loud, I don't even know how this happened. I happen to play King of Fighters. But, like, I'm not even close to the biggest fan. Like, I don't know much. It wasn't until after that I really did research like that, I feel. Like, I only knew a little bit. And then I did a little more research after I, you know. But Terry is probably, like, the top 5 characters that deserve to be in Smash for the fact that he's literally the direct inspiration for Smash. Like, he was the first crossover fighting game. So, that alone, like, that's like a king walking into Smash. Because it's just like, come on. You gotta pay your respect. And he's just cool. And be honest, he's one of the funnest characters in Smash. Like, out of all the DLC, he was surprisingly, like, one of the ones that I just like playing as. Like, he had a perfect moveset. Like, everything about him didn't get tiring. He was just good. Like, he wasn't like Ryu, where he was, like, just kind of, you know, simple. He had his fighting thing, but, like, with a little twist to it. And the little, like, meter thing he has, like, all that was just super, like, fun to use. He's just good. I like his mechanic. Out of all the characters that had a mechanic, his was one of my favorites. He just had a really interesting mechanic. It's like a mixture of Little Mac, but he just gets, like, 2 new moves randomly that are OP. Like, it's just really cool. And he's not too hard either. Like, after you learn it, it's not actually as hard as you think. Majority of the people just didn't seem to know who he was, which confused me. Like, even I know who he was from researching him in King of Fighters a while before his reveal. Oh, wow, nice. But yeah, Terry's my husband. Yeah, he's pretty okay. You know what I'm saying. Yeah, he's just cool. What ruined his reveal was the leak right before he got announced. He also had one of the cool, like, me and Josh were, like, really satisfied. Like, we were just like, oh, this guy's cool. Like, he just looks cool. And then see, oh, his stage. And then whenever, he was, like, the first one to bring, like, besides Persona, like, bring a bunch of characters in the back. And then they'll start doing that with, like, all of them, almost. That was, like, one of, like, the amount of love they put in. Like, you could tell they needed to pay homage. Just the fact they put 50 tracks. A lot of great tracks got on Smash. Holy cow. Then they put everyone in the back. Like, except, you know, for good boys and girls. They couldn't, you know. Yeah. But that's beside the point. It was just a good pick. What's it called? Then Byleth happens, and you know what? If you take it from the perspective of, like, oh, base roster, Three Houses is the most successful Fire Emblem game. How are we not gonna get the like, if we got freaking Roy in Smash, we're gonna get and Corrin. We're definitely gonna get Byleth. Like, Corrin shouldn't have even been in Smash, really. After finding out that that character wasn't even good. So, you know they have to put Byleth when he comes from the best-selling Fire Emblem game ever. Like, Corrin can't be in and then Byleth can. Like, that just wouldn't make sense. Like, Three Houses is the Fire Emblem game. Now. And if I'm being honest, even though I 150,000% understand why people were upset, if you look at my reaction video, that actually wasn't my most saltiest. Like, let me rephrase that. I wasn't even salty in that. That was actually one of my more hyped reveals. Like, we were actually genuinely hyped for that, because it was Three Houses. Like, that was kind of cool. Like, Three Houses actually got in Smash. I love the music. I love the characters, so seeing them in the background, the stage. Like, when you consider those factors, I loved it. And then Byleth, it was, you know, he was actually one of my more favorable silent pro tags from Fire Emblem. Like, I think Corrin is the worst. Not silent, but you know what I mean. I mean, he is silent, but I meant, like, Avatar. Yeah, I wasn't mad that Byleth got. I actually felt bad for how downvoted the video got. Yeah, it was poor timing. That's all it was. Cause if he was base roster, people wouldn't be that mad. I think people wouldn't be as mad if you. It's because they think of it as DLC, so they got mad. But do you notice something? Byleth started something that will happen in the next few reveals, and that was the few characters that got requested too late, like Xenoblade and stuff. Byleth just happened to be the first to like show that was gonna be a thing, so people didn't expect that. They didn't expect like the base roster type characters were still gonna be like in as DLC. They thought it was just gonna save them for the next game. They didn't actually think that like we'll still see them pop up, because we were just getting a bunch of third-party characters. How can you blame us? Like at that point, that was the first Nintendo DLC. I was like, what the heck? They're gonna do Nintendo DLC? So it was like shocking to people. So it was perfectly like, it was just poor timing. Like that should have not been the last character. They should have saved him for the second pass. But yeah, I was happy, but I understood why he's the most controversial pick. But when you consider the fact, like, oh, like, if it was a character that needed, oh, like, base roster, like, let's just, forget that it was DLC and the timing. Can we be honest? Like, Fire Emblem got added in every game. So, like, one Fire Emblem character is not, like, that big of a deal. I know we got Chrom, but I don't really count that. Like, I mean, like, genuine new character. Like, we're gonna get the one from the best-selling one. Like, come on. Like, it just makes... That's just how it is at this point. There's been a new character in every game. Like, we forget, Smash saved Fire Emblem in some ways. So, like, that's kind of its thing now. What else? And then when it got to Min Min was probably the most disappointing reveal, only for the fact of how they did it. And I understand it was during COVID year, so that's probably the reason, but it was just, it kind of just said, hey, we have a character, and it's gonna be from, and it was like, it didn't even give us time to breathe. And then it was like, oh, ARMS, like, oh, okay, another Nintendo character? Like, they are doing, like, and we're like, oh, okay. But I will say the actual Min Min reveal was more exciting than the announcement of an ARMS character getting in Smash. Like, I like the reveal more. Like, it was one of the coolest reveals. I was so, like, anticipating who's it gonna be, and then it being the one I wanted. Like, Min Min was a good reveal. And again, that was a base roster type thing. Like, if Splatoon got in Smash, ARMS needed to get in Smash. So, it, like, again, it made sense. So, it was a good pick. It's just we didn't think it'll be DLC. What else? Then after that, we got Steve? Was it Steve? Yeah, it was Steve, I think. Now, the thing with Steve is that it was a character that was ruined. Like, I would have already, I think, been upset, because I think most people were upset. Just the fact, we all got over it, but, like, at first we were upset with, like, Steve. Just the fact, like, why? And, like, there's the Fortnite-like character. I disagree, I don't think they're on that level, but at first they were. Like, I put, like, Fortnite, Among Us, Minecraft all in, like, that same category. But, like, I disagree now. I mean, after I found out Minecraft was the #1 best-selling game of all time, I'm like, okay, the best-selling game of all time needs to be in Smash. Like, it makes sense. From a history, if you're putting video games in the game that's bringing all these video games together, you gotta put the one that has the most sales. Like, that's the... You know, the same way they're paying respect of everything. And it is like the king of indies in a way. I probably would never say that, but in a way it kind of is. It's the best, like the fact the best-selling game of all time wasn't originally an indie. It is kind of crazy. Now, it's not my type of indie, like Cave Story, which that's the game I pay respect to, or Shantae, but those are like the two I consider like the respective king and queen, but Steve suffered from the fact that we all didn't really want that to happen, at least some people, or half of the people, and I was one of them. On top of my cousin completely tricking me and trolling me and saying it was a character I wanted, and that just ruined my day completely. Like, I legit thought it was Chrono, and then I was going in, and after that I told myself to never hype myself up again. Because that was by far, like, the most biggest troll that ever happened. And I was just like, no. Well, I literally, that was actually a time I almost cried on camera too. Because I legit thought, I was so ready for it to be somebody, and then I was like, so disappointed when I found out. I legit was like, in my reaction, you could see me, like, I'm literally so angry, I was almost crying out of anger, like, I was so upset, not more so because it was Steve, but because I actually thought it was somebody that I wanted, and for it to be, like, a character like that, I was like, okay, this is the worst. But Steve grew on me. I loved his music in the reveal. He's one of the funnest characters to play as in Smash, and I actually kind of respect Minecraft now. Like, it's hard, like, Minecraft had this weird thing where it kind of redeemed itself over the years. Like, people are starting to respect it more now, and I think it's because there was like a resurgence in it, and like, you know, I can't forget Minecraft was a big part of my life at one point, like for 1 or 2 years. In middle school, I used to play it with my cousin and friends a lot, so it was definitely a really good experience. It's just when it got I was there when it wasn't mainstream yet. I was one of like not the OGs, but the second, I'll call it the second generation. I wasn't there during the PC days, but I was there during the early Xbox days, when I started getting to Xbox consoles and stuff, the 360 and stuff. So I was there right before the new generation came along and ruined it, to put it. And it became, basically when the new generation started hyping up every new popular game that comes out now. Like, I call that the Fortnite era, where just every little kid that plays these games just gets into them. They play it, and then they think it's the best game ever, and they haven't played even, like, any true games out there. Not to say those aren't true games, but I shouldn't have to clarify what I mean by that. You know what I mean. Actual, like, games that are masterpieces, and that actually have a story, and that are actually, like, you know, iconic. Not games that they just got big because they happen to be fun and accessible, and you know, they're a good game, but they're not like one of the greatest games ever. Like, they're just fun. So, you know, that's kind of how I see it. But regardless, that's never gonna stop my disdain for Fortnite. That's one series I just can't. Like, I don't care. Like, it's just a game I don't care. Like, if it got in Smash, I would just be mad. That would be my one, like, pick in Smash that I wouldn't be able to get over it, I think. Like, I'm mature enough to get, like, over, like, Steve and all these other ones, and, like, they grew on me. But I think if Fortnite got us, I would never get over it. I would actually be upset. Because and that's not disrespect to the gay people who made Fortnite, but it's not a series that's worthy to be in Smash. Like, you're talking about a series that actually did something for, like, the gaming industry. Fortnite didn't do anything for the gaming industry. It was just a fad. It's a fad. That's what it is. I call those fad games. They're games that they're fun. They get popular through meme. And in the internet, so different nowadays. Anything could get popular. Back in the day, it would have been good. Obviously, still fun, but like, it's not, you know. It's not anything like, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it anymore. And if you like Fortnite, that's perfectly fine. It's a fun game. That's like, I definitely understand the appeal and why, but like, Smash Brothers, let's not get crazy. Like, I want to ask what Fortnite did for the industry. Like, it's too new, it's too, like, it doesn't really even have a character. Like, no one cares about the main character like that. Like, sure, it's a mascot, but like, no one cares like that. And some might argue, oh, like, it's at least better than Byleth. Like, if that's the thing, you're getting too specific if you say that, because it's like, the whole point Byleth is there is because he's part of a franchise that's already in Smash, and it's part of Nintendo's like, it just makes sense. We're talking about like third party, like if we're picking third parties, Fortnite shouldn't get in over, like, I'll put it this way, I'd rather have Crash Bandicoot than Fortnite, because at least Crash has some kind of, you know, impact. Did you hear? Oh my god, I didn't even notice, hi Steve, I didn't even notice you were here. I was literally just talking about when you trolled me. Oh my god. Did you hear about the Nickelodeon? So yeah, that's I don't even have any comment. It's just like, it's why. It's like, it's just a meme to me. I mean, I know people are excited for it, but like, I think a lot of people know it's not anything, like, I don't know. No comment. Crash low-key deserves to be in Smash. Debatable. Yeah, like, I agree, yes. I see him in Smash. And this is coming from someone who, like, watched my brother play. He played the whole series recently, so like, I respect Crash. Like, it's not that someone who hasn't played it at all. If I didn't play it, then I wouldn't give a comment, really, because it's just like, okay, like. But this is going based on someone who's researched about the series. Crash, a lot of even fans of Crash have talked about this online. Crash is a really weird series. You know why? It's the fact that Crash isn't even, like, he didn't do anything for the platforming genre. You can even ask fans of the series. He's literally just a, you know what he is? His only significance. He was a 3D platformer on a PlayStation console. And because PlayStation wasn't known for platformers, and it happened to be a pretty good one, and it was an exclusive, that's why it got popular. And that's why, like, to people who didn't play Nintendo and play PlayStation, that was their platformer. You get what I'm trying to say? But if you play Nintendo, like, unanimously, every single platformer on a Nintendo let's be honest, Nintendo are the kings of platformers. Like, that's their thing. So, like, when it came to Xbox and PlayStation, they can't compete with that. That's Nintendo's thing. Like, they're the ones who literally practically created the genre, or pioneered it, at least. So, like, Crash, like, yeah, he had a unique type of 3D, but, like, he wasn't, like, he's iconic because people who play PlayStation, that was the platformer they fell in love with. That's literally the only reason. It didn't revolutionize platforming. It didn't, like, keep trying to push the boundary. It was just a good platformer. A solid platformer. That's hard. That was what it was known for. And then it had a mascot, so in a way, it's like that was one of PlayStation's early mascots. Even though it's not even really by PlayStation, because the fact it's on Switch now, it's because PlayStation's not really one that has their own IPs. They have people who make the series and they just make them exclusive. While Nintendo actually has in-house people who make games for the company. Like, the other companies don't really have like their own series. Like they have like very few, but like Crash actually, I found out recently, wasn't even like technically a PlayStation IP. It is on a technical level, but it's not like an actual, like, you know, it's kind of just there because it was an exclusive. Let me heal. I'm not even paying attention to what I'm playing. I'm kind of just keeping it in the background. Nah, I'm not gonna waste. I should just keep loading, because I haven't done anything. Wait, no, not there. Let's just start from the beginning. First, Brawl Stars and... Oh, Brawlhalla. I never heard of Brawl Stars. Brawlhalla, now Nick. I get what you mean. Fortnite is just a trendy game that doesn't have any previous installments, whereas Fire Emblem, it has previous installments, and it's basically a Nintendo game. And it's... You know, for those who don't know, I feel like people don't give it enough credit. It is like the most popular tactical RPG. Like, can we be honest? Like, it's the best tactical RPG. I don't think there's anything that competes with Fire Emblem in that genre. Like, I'm biased, but I'm sorry. Like, I would even argue Fire Emblem is the best tactics game. Like, there's no game that makes me feel like Fire Emblem. It's like, I'm saying this from just observation. Like, it's just the most accessible. Like, even people who are not big JRPG heads, like, it's just really easy to get into. Like, you just play Fire Emblem on the Game Boy Advance, or Three Houses, or Awakening, you're gonna get hooked. A lot of people got introduced through those 3 games. Me, I got introduced through Fates. I was one of the few that didn't get introduced through those 3 games. But those are the 3 games people get introduced, whether it be now or back then or when it came out. Like, those are the 3 people start with, and like, that's how they get into it. Like, because they're good. They're so good. Like, it's just different. It's like you have a cast of characters that you train up. They all have little quirks. It's very anime. Like, Fire Emblem's very anime. But that's kind of what makes it charming, because it's like, even though it's very anime and has a lot of cliche personalities, like, it's just funny that a game about war has this. Like, it's a game about war, but it has like all these anime, like, it's just, I always found that people found it generic, like some Fire Emblem haters, but I'll be honest, like, I kind of love it. And then the Fire Emblem lovers, they'll defend like, oh, Fire Emblem on the Super Nintendo was never like that. That's just a newer Fire Emblem that's catering to the anime weebs. That's not true at all. I played the older Fire Emblems. I would argue that Fire Emblem always been very anime-esque, and like, I believe Fire Emblem was always very weebish in a way. Like, it's just back then it was different. It's equivalent to like old anime and new anime, you know how they seem different? That's exactly what Fire Emblem was. It just happened to feel like old anime, but it was still anime. You had characters with very anime-like personalities and tropes and like the cliche personalities. It wasn't, you know. Roy's dad's game for it? Yeah, Elliewood. That's the Game Boy Advance one I was talking about, by the way. But Fire Emblem Three Houses is very intriguing when it comes to gameplay. Yeah, agreed 100%. Small tangent before I continue with the characters. I kind of got like off topic. I was talking about Crash. Was I finished what I was saying with Crash? I think I was finished. Like, I hope you guys kind of got what I was talking about. Like, it's like nothing against Crash, and like, if he got in Smash, I'll be fine with it. But I could see why Nintendo didn't pick him. Like, I mean, he's not even that popular in Japan. At first, I thought he was, but then apparently someone else said that he was. Like, I'm I'm confused whether he is or not, but apparently he's not that big. What's it called? Oh, tangent about Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem is like... It's hard to... Like, at least in recent times, Fire Emblem is my #1... I think Fire Emblem, along with Legend of Zelda... Well, no. Let me phrase this, like, correctly. Like, my most played series, as in replay value, like what game I play the most out of any series I play in recent times is Fire Emblem. I've played Blazing Blade 3 times, 3 Houses 5 times, watched it 4 times, if you want to even count that too. Played Fates 6 times, Awakening 3 times. I play it on every I played Fates on every single difficulty, on every single mode. I'm obsessed with Fire Emblem. Like, Fire Emblem is my comfort game. I played it more than I think even Pokemon, which is saying a lot. But if you guys know me, Pokemon's my baby. I've played every that's the only series where I have played every single game in the series. Pokemon's my baby. I played every single game in the series. The only one I haven't completed was Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, because that game is so freaking trash. I couldn't even complete it. And it's just a remake of one of the older games. It's like, I wanted to beat it just to say that I beat it, because I love beating every Pokemon. I couldn't beat it. It's so trash. I hate that game so much. It's terrible. I do not like it. It's one of those, it's the type of game, like, we don't talk about that one. Because it's just like, I hate it so much. I thought X and Y was like always gonna be the worst one. X and Y was at least fun. X and Y I even get nostalgic when I think of, and that's my least favorite. But then when Let's Go came, a whole new level of trash came. I do not like Pokemon's going downhill, and they need to come back. Sorry, I'm ranting. I'm just getting upset. But yeah, like Fire Emblem's like, it's the most game I play now. It's literally my type of game. I think that's why I love Fire Emblem. I love anime and I love video games. What's the game that represents both of that? In my opinion, it's Fire Emblem. And that's because it's literally like just of... Like, I know that's not true, because there's a lot of anime games, so... Obviously. But like... I guess what I mean is, it's like... Nintendo. Let's say, okay, at least from the Nintendo perspective. Let me rephrase it, because... Anime, like, you could argue Final Fantasy... kind of anime, but it's not, like, they don't look anime. Like, I feel like Fire Emblem, it has the anime aesthetic. Final Fantasy is more, like, realistic. It's, like, more in the realistic. You could argue Dragon Quest 2, but, like... that's more like shonen, if that makes any sense. Fire Emblem, I just mean like general anime, I guess. And I mean most so for just the tropes. Like Fire Emblem just has all the funny characters and stuff. Like it just reminds you of anime, let's put it that way. Like if they made an anime of Fire Emblem, it'll be so sick. Let's put it that way. While Dragon Quest, it doesn't need to have one. It does, but it didn't, like, it doesn't have to have one. While Fire Emblem, I feel like it should have one, because it's just, it will be the coolest war anime ever. Because it's just cool, it's just interesting. It's different. Like, it's war, but it has its, like, little silly, and it'll make people who are not into those type of stories into those stories, because it's silly. Fire Emblem somehow is so serious, yet so silly at the same time. I mean, you have freaking Raphael, who's just obsessed with eating and, like, lifting weights. Like, oh, I gotta eat, I gotta have my meat. Yeah, we gotta get my meat. And then, oh, I gotta get stronger. Yeah. And then he's like in this like big war where everyone's dying and stuff, and it's like, and like everyone's family is getting killed. Oh, I gotta eat my meat so I could protect everybody in the army. Oh, like he's just like, it's just so funny. Like, I love it so much. I never get tired of Fire Emblem. It's so good. I don't know why people hate Fire Emblem. I'll put it this way. People don't hate Fire Emblem. And you know what's funny? Fire Emblem is the only community and fan base that hates its own series. Like, do you guys know that? Fire Emblem players hate Fire Emblem. That's actually a well-known fact. Like, people in the community play Fire Emblem, and they're fans of the series, and they hate Fire Emblem. It makes no sense. It's the funniest thing ever. Like, we love Fire Emblem, and we hate it at the same time. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I love Fire Emblem. But, like, there's, like, a love-hate relationship that a lot of the fans have for some reason. And I think it's just because there's so many things that changed over the years. But honestly, I liked all the changes. I love the old Fire Emblem and the new Fire Emblem equally. Like, I like both. Because the new Fire Emblem is just like, I love the supports and like the different conversations and the silliness. And then with the earlier Fire Emblems, I like just the really well told stories and just like how they were directed and stuff. Like, I like both. Just really good. Funny you talk about Pokemon because I'm playing Leaf Green. Wait, why do they hate it? Because of the anime aspect? They hate it because, like, every game in the Fire Emblem, series has some kind of issue. There's not one Fire Emblem game that doesn't have an issue. That's why every Fire Emblem game could be someone's favorite. Because every Fire Emblem game has an issue. I feel like the game that had, like, even Blazing Blade, which is to be, like, it's probably the most closest to perfect Fire Emblem game. As far as gameplay and just, like, overall cast of characters. You have people that say, oh, the story is a complete mess from a narrative and, like, perspective. Like, there's so many plot holes and, like, different, like... And when I first played Blazing Blade, I couldn't even notice that. Like, when I first played Blazing Blade, I just thought, like, oh, it's, like, a really nice, simple story. It's just a good story. But if you analyze Blazing Blade, apparently, like, if you play it again, it's like, you could find all these little, like, plot holes and things, and... People are saying it's actually, like, from a realistic standpoint, it's a trash story. But it's only if you look into it, let me clarify. Like, it's only if you actually go back, play the game, and actually analyze all of the story. Only people who actually do that will find it. But if you play it, like, from a casual, but, like, you won't even notice. You'll just be like, oh, okay, I like the characters. And it's a simple, cool story about, like, you know, saving Eliwood's dad and stuff. And it's just interesting. It has emotional moments, it has funny moments, it has, like, crazy moments, like, it's just overall. But then you have Three Houses, which everything's really good, but then the gameplay, it has some of the worst maps in the series. Like, the gameplay of Three Houses is amazing. It's, like, it's incredible. It's so good. But the map design's a bit wonky sometimes. And the graphics are a little ugly. Like, Three Houses has some of the ugliest Fire Emblem graphics. But... I don't care too much about graphics, because as long as the game is good, that's the main thing that matters. So it never, like, it bothered me, but, like, it doesn't affect my love for it. Because the way I see it, when a game is ugly, I just pretend it's a game from an older system. That's kind of what I just do. I'm just like, I'm a person who could play retro games, so it doesn't really bother me when a game looks ugly, because it's like, it's not worse than a retro game. It just looks under, it just looks a little, like, it looks, what's the word I'm looking for? A little worse than, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's... Oh my god, what's the word I'm looking for? Under average. There we go. It's like, below average. There we go. Yeah, it's like, it's below average for what a game should look like. But in a game perspective, if you're a retro gamer, it's like it's not gonna look as bad as that old game you always play all the time. So it's like it doesn't really do anything bad. What else? What else? To be honest, the maps are fine. Yeah, no, majority of them are fine. They're not bad maps. There's a handful of bad ones. And they're not even bad. They're okay at worst. That's what's so good about Three Houses, that even the worst ones are still good. Like, they're not bad. You only notice it when you play it the second time. There's a lack of maps. I think that's more of the complaint from people. There's a lack of maps. They reuse a lot of maps in Three Houses. And, like, just change them slightly. Like, even DLC, I think, just reuses a map and changes the angle of it and, like, a few things. They just change the enemies. And, like, what happens in it. To be honest, the map's fine, but the graphics is all, like, characters doing the same poses the others doing, and then the black outlines. But other than that, I don't care too much about the graphic. Yeah. It's really annoying seeing them do the same pose. Me and my brother literally, like, meme the poses all the time. Like, it's so cringy sometimes. Like, there's these... I wish you guys could see me so I could, like, do them, but, like, some of the poses are just so stupid. I forgot which one bothers me the most. I think it's the one with, like, Oh, it's the... Wait, let me think. Which one's my least favorite? I don't know, but there's a lot of annoying ones. Oh, the one with the one that all the female characters do. That, like, when they get angry, they put their arms behind their back and, like, lean forward and, like, I'm mad at you. Like, I hate that pose so much. It annoys me. Because sometimes characters that don't even, like, it's such a immature pose that when you start seeing, like, more mature characters do it, it just looks so cheap. Because it's like, this doesn't even make sense of this character acting this way. Why are they getting so, like... It looks like a 13-year-old tsundere pose, and it's like a 20-year-old character's doing it. Like, it just looks dumb. It's so stupid. I hate it so much. Oh, you know what else pose I hate? The stupid mage pose. I hate the mage pose. I said it when I was playing the game. When they're, like, a mage, they have, like, their hands, like, doing the little, like, oh, I'm a mage. Look, like, it matches Lauren's, because he's, like, all, like, oh, haha, I'm a mage. Like, it just goes with him. But, like, certain characters, it looks too, like, dorky. Like, there's certain characters that have too much, like, they're too much of a Chad. Or, like, or just, like, I don't know. But then it's like when they have their hands like that, it just looks dumb. Like, look, ooh, hocus pocus. I could do magic, hocus pocus. Like, they have the hocus pocus stance. Like, I'm gonna do magic, I'm gonna curse you. Like, it just looks... what? Like, find a cooler pose. Like, there should have at least been a pose for, like, oh, males do this certain pose and then female do this. But when they both do it, it just looks dumb. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just looks like it's cheap. That's why I miss the Game Boy Advance animations so much. The Game Boy Advance animations were the best Fire Emblem animations. I would argue the 3DS ones were good too. The best 3D ones for the fact that they were just very satisfying. Like, you know when you get a crit in 3DS and you see the little thing pop up and then it's like they go... Like, they just, like... There's, like, this certain satisfaction. You get a critical hit on 3DS. It's probably a little more satisfying than Game Boy Advance. Like, Game Boy Advance has the best animations, but 3DS has, like, the best, like, satisfying feeling, like, when you get a crit. Like, it's just, like, every time I get a... that might be... The only reason I'm saying that might be Marianne's a Chad. The only reason... What's it called? The only reason, that might be, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. It's because I'm getting hungry. The only reason... Oh my god, what was I about to say? My brain just like I just had like a complete brain fart. What the heck just happened? Someone get me back on track in the chat. What was I just saying right now? The Marianza chat threw me off completely because I that was just the funniest thing I read, and I was like, I couldn't even like What was I saying? Oh my god. What was I just talking about? Someone help me out. I just forgot completely what I was talking about. Dark Luster dabbing in the chat because he made me lose my train of thought. Like, oh yeah, I was the cause of that. Something about the Game Boy Advance Fire Emblem graphics. Oh, but yeah, that the yeah, I was talking about the animations, then the 3 houses I was talking about. My brain hurts. I'm literally like so angry that I can't remember. Completely forgot what I was talking about. Is that a monkey? I didn't even know there was a monkey emote. Like, one that looked like that, at least. That's me right now. I just wasted my magic. Why did I do that? But yeah, like, I feel like the animation should have been a little different for 3 houses. Just a little bit. Yeah, so yeah, I just love Fire Emblem. People hate it for some reason. What's another game that has complaints? Oh, like, even the game that has, like, the best story, best characters, best almost everything. It's like, Path of Radiance. It's like, oh, the maps. There's some, like, questionable maps. Like, the maps are really good. They have really good, like, it's not like 3 houses that there's not highlight maps. There are highlight maps. But then it's like, there happens to be really bad maps in Path of Radiance. There's really good ones and really bad ones. Like, there's this map where you have to roll... There's these enemies rolling down a rock on top of you. You never see that in any other Fire Emblem game, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they start rolling rocks at you every turn, and it's like... They're just such a nuisance. They just keep throwing rocks at you. You have to climb all the way to the top to kill them so they can stop doing that. They keep rolling different rocks down, and it's like, depending if you're in the line of sight, it's gonna roll down and hit the unit right in front. And it's like, it just keeps lowering your HP, and then you have someone else kill you right after that, right after the rock hit you. And I forgot what it was, if it was unpredictable or if it was just like hard to dodge. Like, it was hard to know if it was gonna hit you, or like, it was hard to place your units in that map for some reason. I just remember it was a nuisance. I don't remember the reason, but it was a nuisance. Yeah, like that, when I died. Wait, that's a bee? That's not a bee, that's a monkey. Or a monk bee. At least in my chat's coming out as a monkey. Like, it's showing up as a purple monkey right now. I don't know if you set a bee and it changed, or you're just fooling around, but yeah, it showed up as a monkey. But anyway, who was next? We got on a Fire Emblem tangent. Oh yeah, Steve, and then who did I go from Steve? Who's after Steve? Sephiroth, right? No. Wait. Can someone remind me, was Sephiroth first or Pyron Mithra? Who was first, Pyron Mithra or Sephiroth? I'm like having a brain fart, I don't know who came first. Normalize calling your Pokemon Dookie and these What? 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 What does that have to do with anything? What? Oh, my nephew will definitely love normalizing that. He nicknames all his Pokemon weird stuff. I would never do it because I care about my Pokemon. I care so much about them. I wouldn't. That's like your parent giving you a bad name. I'm not gonna give my Pokemon a name like that. They're my friends. Go, Dookie! Go, these nuts! It's like... Sephiroth. Okay, Sephiroth for that. Yeah, so Sephiroth... I don't even need to talk much about Sephiroth. Sephiroth was an iconic character. Like, that was a big shock to everyone. Like, they didn't think other than Cloud another Final Fantasy would get it. He's the most iconic villain in gaming. Or one of the most iconic villains. At least for mainstream people. He's the most, like... popular, iconic, really good villain from a video game. I have yet to see why, because I haven't played 7 yet and beat it, but I could believe it. It's Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy has a lot of good characters and stories, so I definitely could see it. He's definitely like a complex villain. I could definitely believe that. And if 7 is one of like the golden era games of Final Fantasy and RPGs, I definitely expect that. I mean, for crying out loud, Sephiroth's the only villain I knew from Final Fantasy without even playing Final Fantasy. So I at least knew who he was, which just shows how iconic he is. A little bit new generation people, some didn't know him. I went online, a few people didn't. I mean, my nephew didn't barely even know who it was at first, so... But yeah, a lot of new generation people who didn't happen to not play Final Fantasy VII didn't know who he was, but for the most part, he was a worthy pick. For a villain, he was like one of the best picks to get in Smash. I had to mention it because my Geodude and Zubat, you named your Geodude and Zubat Dookie and Teasnut. Oh my god. Geodude, I think I have a feeling why you named it Dookie. It's a bit gross, but I get it. Who else? The stream where I play Castlevania and keep walking back and forth and talking about Smash. That's what this, yep, that's what this stream is. I should name it that. The stream where I play Castlevania walking back and forth and not accomplishing anything while talking about Smash Brothers. That's exactly what the title... Like, at this point, the stream... The current title is clickbait, because I'm not even playing games. I'm barely playing a game. It's hard to multitask in Metroidvania. Because I will have to pay attention to the game, and I'd rather pay attention to talking right now. Like, it's a chill stream. I'd rather chill than actually play the game. It depends what game it is. But I picked the wrong game. I picked the worst game to play. On second thought, I probably shouldn't even play this game. I'm not even making progress. Let me just... Oh, 64 games. Geodude looks like some... Hey, so it's only... I had to censor it, because, you know, we keep it wholesome around here. There's kids watching. There's kids watching. Even those kids will say the same thing, probably. Darn those new generation kiddos. And their language. Their foul language. Anyway. I must have been the only kid growing up who didn't curse in middle school or high school. But anyway, that's off topic. What's it called? Who was I talking about? This looks like All Might. Am I the only one who thinks this looks like All Might from My Hero Academia? Every time I see this, it just looks like Hawking All Might. I am here. Okay. Let's play Super Metroid. I mean, I even was playing it not so long ago. Let's hype up the fact that Dread is coming out in a few days and it has some of the best ratings for a Switch game right now. The reviews just came out and they're saying it's the best, possibly the best Metroid game, and I am like dying inside at how hype I am that they're saying that. I cannot believe it. I'm so hype. I'm beyond hype. It's not even real. Like, oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm so hyped for that game. I went from snitching on people for cursing to cursing in a year. Yeah, ever since I went to public schooling, it changed. Curse word. It totally does. Yes. But not on my watch. As long as I'm around, I'm not letting my nephews, my children, my children's children, my children's nephews... Oh, wait. Wait, does that make sense? Oh, wait. Just forget what I said. That made no sense, but... There's no one in my family. As long as I'm around, I'm gonna snitch on them until... I don't care if I annoy the heck out of them. That's just who I am. I'm just that kind of person. Now, friends, I don't care. Friends, you could curse as much as you want around me. It doesn't bother me at all. I mean, Erica was my #1 favorite YouTuber, and he's just the most foul-mouthed person I knew, probably, but I loved him for it. Even though I didn't agree with it, I still loved him anyway. It didn't bother me one bit. It might have not been the best thing to hear all the time, but honestly, it didn't matter because I love the guy so much, so he gets a pass. Sister better watch out. Sister? What do you mean, sister? Why you guys put L? What's going on? Wait, what did I say? Why are people putting L in the chat? I'm having too much fun. I don't even want to go eat. Oh, well, I could eat while talking. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go get my food, and we're gonna... Usually on chill streams, I bring my food to the stream. So, I'm gonna do like a 1-2 minute intermission. I'll be back with food, so be right back. Don't go anywhere. I'm still talking to you fellas. And if you do, and you have to, then fine. But we still have good discussions to talk about. You're not leaving on my watch. I'll pull you by the ear and bring you back. So yeah, be right back. Yeah, this one. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just brought my protein shake. Who needs dinner when you have protein shakes? I love the intermission music, thank you. I mean, it's the same one as always, but yeah, Sky's theme. Cause Sky's the best! Yeah, my ma and sister curse so much. Matter of fact, I gotta stop running up the stairs. I got out of breath. If you guys see me come from an intermission, I'm out of breath. It's because I run up the stairs. Matter of fact, my sister's birthday was a few days ago and she cursed more than I ever heard her say in my whole 18 years of life. So because she turned 18... Wait. I thought it was because she turned 18. She started just going crazy. She's like, I could do whatever I want. Beep. Yeah. What's it called? Who were we on? Sephiroth. Okay, Pyra and Mithra. Now, Pyra and Mithra was another kind of controversial pick. Here's the thing, though. People wanted Rex, and I was saying in my mind, if they put Byleth, they have to put Xenoblade 2. They have to, because it's the fact that they said they couldn't put it because they were already working on the game already. So if they didn't put it, you know how many people would have been mad? Like, how the heck do you put Three Houses character when they came after? And Xenoblade, you said the only reason you didn't put them is because it was too late. Like, and they said that right before they put Byleth. So they had to put that, or they would have gotten so much beat. Like, oh my god. Yeah, excuse my gulping. It's not my fault. When I gulp, like when I drink, it's hard to not. My nephew says it's satisfying when I drink, but I don't know, I guess self-conscious. So if you find it gross, I don't blame you. It's some people like it, some don't, but I don't mean to gulp in the mic. It's just, even... I just gulp loud. Don't say anything, please. There's children watching. No, I said my 18 years of life. I think she just started cursing more because after I oh, you mean after... Oh, I see. I feel the same way a little bit. I'll be honest, that's how I feel about... I feel like my family, like certain members of my family that happen to curse a little bit, happen to curse a little more when I got older. I noticed that. I'm not gonna say who, but certain members of my family... I feel like when I stopped being a kid and they were around me, they, like when I was older, they didn't care anymore because I was an adult, so it didn't matter, but, you know. But, yeah. I don't think we should, but, you know, hey, it's not a big deal. I actually was happy it was them instead of Rex. Yeah, sorry, I had a brain fart right now. I was like not even paying attention. Yeah, I agree. They put Pyra Mithra. That was a good choice because people like the waifus better. Even Sakurai, it was funny to see. Good pick, good moveset, best character in the game. Excuse me, competitive wise, best character in the game. Good pick. We need more waifus. It showed that anything could be in Smash. It doesn't matter. I was shocked, but apparently, you know, too much big bobs could happen in Smash. Right, I needed some waifus. I ran. Wait. Okay. Anyway, Kazuya was next again. I can't argue Kazuya. He's from Tekken. Tekken's one of the most popular fighting games of all time. Fighting game characters getting in Smash is never bad because it's like, I understand. It's a fighting game and those are other iconic fighting games. 100% deserved. I don't care about Kazuya. I don't care about Tekken like that. I respect the series, but I don't think I'll ever play it. It's interesting. I will say it's not that I'm not interested in Tekken, it's just a little too dark for me. I never liked games that were like dark in a certain way, especially the context of how it's dark. They could be dark, but when they're dark with certain themes, I get a little creeped out. It's just, I always been that way. I mentioned this in my anime podcast. I get like a little, you know, a little spooked. It has nothing against the game or the characters. It's just if it has those themes, I get a little, you know. I hate Xenoblade main character. Too much big. People say that Rex needed to be with Pyra, but it worked out well anyway. Yeah, I agree. He's with both. His zoom in, yeah, I like his zoom in too. Yeah, Kazuya, I will say, has one of the most satisfying moves in Smash, the A button. If you know, you know. It's the most satisfying attack. It's like top 5 most satisfying attacks in Smash. A. That's one of the most, like, the way it looks, the way it makes you feel like if you're doing a lot, but you're actually not doing a lot. You're literally doing the simplest thing ever, but you look like a pro from the outside. It's the funniest thing. I love it. I love that attack so much. It's so satisfying. And then his zoom in too was pretty satisfying too. Which podcast it is? It's my drama club podcast. It's where I talk about drama anime. My first episode was about Fruits Basket. The only thing, I don't recommend watching it if you haven't watched Fruits Basket. It has every possible spoiler and I'll ruin the entire experience of the best anime ever made, and do not watch it. And yes, that is my favorite anime of all time. That's why I say the best anime ever made. I don't care what anyone says. Clannad used to be my favorite anime. Steins Gate as well. But I would say one of the best animes. Because I know not everyone would agree. But with Fruits Basket, it is the best anime. I don't care what anyone says. It is. It just is. It is. If you don't agree, then you don't get it. No, I'm kidding. But you don't get it. It's like with Chrono Trigger. Like Ocarina of Time, I don't care if people say, but with Chrono Trigger, I'll be like, nah, it is the best. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. Like there's certain things I love that I don't care, and then there's some that I do care for some reason. So like for example, like with Fruits Basket, I'll just be like, nah, it kind of is the best. You're wrong. And then with Chrono Trigger, it's like, yeah, you didn't like, it is the best though. It just is. You just kind of have to accept it that you're wrong and that you're uncultured for the rest of your life, so you know, deal with it. But then with like Ocarina of Time and Clannad and Steins Gate, if people hate it, I'm just like, oh well, okay, that's fine, I guess. You're wrong, but yeah, I'm okay with it. You don't even need to know that you're wrong. You just go on thinking you're right, but you're not. But then with those, I have to let the people know, like, you're wrong. No, you're wrong. You're completely wrong. Yeah, just type in my name and then put Drama Club Podcast. That's my podcast. The only thing, I recommend watching it. Please, please, I beg you, watch it only after you watch Fruits Basket. Because it will ruin everything if you get spoiled. That's an anime that you have to go into completely blind and just, you know, just please. I'm gonna give a take. I have a feeling I'm gonna agree with your take. I kind of read a little bit. Even if you know the spoilers for something, you could still enjoy storytelling if it offers a lot of food for thought. Yes, I 100% agree with you. If it this, I'm gonna give you an example. In my opinion, this may be a hot take. If a story of fiction is good, not all of them, because some need it not to be spoiled, but some, if certain pieces of fiction are really good, they could still be good even if you spoil them. I'll give an example. Gurren Lagann was spoiled for me. I'm not gonna say what, but it was spoiled for me. It's still one of my favorite animes of all time. What else? Also, if we're talking about spoilers, don't mention what the spoiler is. So if you want to give examples, don't say the actual spoiler, just in case people haven't seen those animes. Just, you know. Are you talking about the devil aspects, Kazuyo's whole family? Yep, that's what I'm talking about, yeah. I think, yeah, I read that already. I watched some Fruits Basket in my anime club. I do know who she ends up with, though. Yes, do not mention it, though. I mean, it's a bit obvious, but it's, yeah, just in case. But that's not the part I'm talking about. Also, you do know there's a remake of Fruits Basket, right? Like, I'm talking about the remake. I don't know if you're talking about you watched the original. I'm talking the remake is, let me clarify. Allow me to clarify. The second version of Fruits Basket's the best anime ever. The original, just a good anime. The second one, a fantastic anime. Because it's actually, like, based on the manga. It finishes it, you know. The original didn't finish the manga, like the manga source material. The second version has 3 seasons. The first one only had 1 season. You should finish it, definitely. It's funny how you say you saw it in your anime club. Fun fact, we got in that podcast, my brother talks about how like the introduction to like anime, like besides Pokemon and stuff, like it was through his anime club, or not his anime club, his teacher who run the anime club in high school, and he happened to be watching the old Fruits Basket in the anime club teacher's classroom. But it's funny how you're saying in your anime club you saw the newer Fruits Basket. Like, that's just so funny to me. Like, that's a whole generation later, and it's like the remake of it. Like, that's so funny. Like, like, you put it in perspective, it feels like, wow, like, that's so funny. Like, he was seeing the original one, you were seeing the remake one in your anime club. Like, it just shows how, like, that's just like, wow. Like, it's just a wow moment. But yeah, when an anime's really good, even if you spoil it, for crying out loud, there's spoilers I have spoiled that even if I knew the spoiler, when the spoiler came, it still blew my mind. That's how good the animes were, or video games. Or like, by the time it gets there, it's like I kind of forget, or I need more context to it, that when it happens, the twist is, that's when you know it's good writing, because even when it comes, it still kind of comes in a way that you almost, in the moment, you forget, and then you remember that you knew, but it's like when it happens, it's still good, because it's like you weren't thinking about it, so it doesn't really affect it. Now, I will say there are some spoilers that would probably ruin the work, and one of them will be Attack on Titan. Like, the big twist of Attack on Titan in Season 3, that will take away from the story in some way. Because that twist is, like, so, like, it wouldn't ruin it, because it's still a really good story, but, like, that would hurt if that got spoiled. While Fruits Basket, all the spoilers, it's like they're not that big of a deal. Like, that's not what makes Fruits Basket. It's not the twist. It's everything else. The twists are just like, you know, they make it even better. But like, you know, Attack on Titan, for a thriller, a twist is what makes the story. So like, you know, And then same with One Piece. If someone spoiled the One Piece, then yeah, like that would suck. I mean, it wouldn't matter because again, it's like it's the like that's at the very end of the entire work, but that's one of those that it would ruin a lot for the fact that that's like I know it's not about that because everything in the show is what matters, but that would suck if you got the One Piece spoiled. Imagine waiting 20-something years and you get spoiled about the One Piece. Oh my god, that's so sad. That is probably the saddest. Oh, that just hurt. Because some people are not even alive to see the One Piece. Because that hurts when I think of that. They died before they even got, especially knowing COVID. Like, that saddens me so much. Some One Piece fans didn't get to see what the One Piece was. That hurts. Oh, that hurts, man. So imagine actually being alive. I made it! I'm alive! I'm here to see the One Piece! And then someone spoils it online. In the most jerkish move ever. And it's just like... waiting 20-something years, you just ruined the moment for someone. Like, oh my god. That's terrible. Please no one do that. Never be a spoiler. Like, you're terrible if you're a spoiler. I'm sorry. Like, you lose points from me if you're a spoiler. Like, why would you do that? Like, you don't care for people's enjoyment of things if you spoil people. I'm sorry. I don't care. Like, you're a jerk if you spoil things. Now, if you did spoil in the past, but you regret it and you change your ways, then it's fine. But if you're someone who's still a spoiler, get out of my stream. No, I'm kidding. But, like, yeah, like... don't be a spoiler. Or don't be a spoiler anymore. Dang, we gotta write this down for our own stories. I think it may also depend on the genre too. Like you said, AOT is a thriller, and thrillers kind of need that suspense feeling from the viewer. Okay, see ya. Just get. At first, I thought you were just saying bye, but I just noticed what I said before. No, you're like the least spoiler. You never spoil. Oh, except yeah. Actually, this will be a fun time to bring a certain story up. When I was a little kid, yes, that's right. I'm bringing the story up. I'm doing it. You dug your own grave. You dug your own grave. When I was a little kid, right? It just shows that when you get older, you look back at things, you find them funny, but when you were a kid, they got you so angry. But you look at it now, it's like, it's not that a big deal, right? I remember, I don't know how old I was, but I was, you know how when you have a birthday, and it's like somebody, like, your family surprises you with a cake, or like, you know, something, right? My nephew and I didn't quite have the best relationship when he was little. we were frenemies. Whatever you family knees, family enemies, however you call it. I'm saying it more in a joking matter. I'm fooling around. We weren't enemies. I don't know how to phrase it, but you know, we were rivals. Let's put it that way. So he used to get on my nerves, and he used to do terrible things to me in particular. I don't know why, but he was a little brat, but it's okay. I loved him. So one of the he's not a brat anymore. He kind of was when he was little. So I still remember when I was it was my birthday. My nephew, my dad was in the room. And randomly, he just said, like, oh, grandpa. It says grandpa, that's my dad, right? He's like, oh, get out, like, go outside the room, right? I didn't pay any mind to him. I'm just like, oh, okay, maybe he just wants him to leave, right? So when he leaves, my dad leaves. He leaves, and we're alone in the room. And then my nephew just looks at me with the most evil eyes I've ever seen in my life. The most demonic thing I'm kidding. I'm just exaggerating. And he says, they got a cake for you. And I'm just like, as a kid, Like as an adult, it's obviously dumb now. I don't even care. It's the funniest thing ever. But looking back at it, but as a kid, I used to hate when people spoiled stuff like that. I used to always want to be surprised for my birthday. I was just very particular. Like I like being surprised on my birthday, even if I expected something. I did like I like being surprised. So when he said that, oh my god, like. Let's just say if it wasn't for other people being in the house, and I would have been lost. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Let's just say he wouldn't be able to watch this video currently. No, I'm kidding. But oh my god, that was one of the most. I never been so, like, as a kid at least, not like when I'm an adult. There's been times I've been angrier, but like as a kid, that was one of the most angriest I've ever been in my entire life up to that point. It was just the most evil thing I've ever seen. I know I'm exaggerating. I'm exaggerating. Don't take anything. Warning, spoiler, they're making it. Exactly. And for those who don't know, I'm gonna kind of expose it because everyone has to know the Juju you see in the chat right now. That's my nephew. If you guys didn't know, like, I know some of you don't remember or like know the content, but he's here right now watching my video and he's chatting right now. But yeah, that same kid right now, villain. Everyone say villain in the chat. He's worse than Dracula. Wink, wink. yes, right. Look, he's loving it. He feeds into it, like the cake that he did, the cake he nibbled on my birthday. If it was up to me, I would have not gave him any cake. Or I would have gave him cake, but I would have pied it on his face. Redemption. Justice. He probably was just Dracula. I think his Dracula was coming out early, before he became Dracula. It was probably just like, he was just getting into his moment. That's when his true villain. That was his backstory. That was his backstory, his villain backstory. You know how every villain in an anime has a backstory? That was his backstory. So you know how, like, in that one Caleb video, the backstory is that he got bullied in school. For Juju, it was just that wait, what's it? He has no motive. It's literally, I don't know the motive, but that's his backstory. That was when he was coming into his own and he became Dracula. He had he spoiled a birthday cake. Oh my god, that's still one of the funniest stories ever to me. But yes, that was the origin of Juju Count Dracula. Anyway, that was a fun story. Who are we talking about next? Oh, Kazuya, yes. Yes, very nice, yes. He said with a straight face. And now Sora. Sora. Sora was a perfect ending. I already said it. He was a perfect ending. I'm okay with that. He's not my perfect ending, but he was a perfect ending, if that makes any sense. Like, he's fine. Juju B Dracula. No, I have an idea. Put like B, but like the initial B with the period next to it. Cause that'll be like a One Piece reference. In One Piece, there's characters that have D in their middle name. It's just the initial, like Monkey D Luffy. You'll be Juju B Dracula. And you know what? That actually makes sense, because twist, Juju's actually a Belmont too. He's half Draculan and half Belmont, because Julius Belmont, that's actually a Belmont in the series, so it's canon. The twist is no one knows he's actually a Belmont and Dracula at the same time. He's literally that's why he puts the initial B, so you don't know he's a Belmont. It's a twist, you find out later. And the reason it's a twist in the first place is because he ends up spoiling the twist before you even get to the twist. So he spoils his own twist. You get what I'm saying? He spoils his own twist. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. He's like the general perfect ending. Like, maybe not everyone's perfect ending, but he's completed I'm sorry, I'm so dumb, Rainy. I thought you were talking about Juju right now. I completely forgot we were talking about Sora. I'm like, wait, he's the perfect ending? I was like so confused. He's like the general perfect ending. Like, maybe not everyone's perfect ending, but he's completed everything. He like ended it with a bow on top. I mean, he was a bow on top. Yeah, like he's the #1 character. Exactly. Like, at that point, you can't complain. He was #1, so he was #1. Okay, let's stop playing Super Metroid. Sora isn't the perfect ending, but a perfect ending. He's also the perfect ending. Also, if you guys don't get our jokes, that's just me and my nephew have a lot of inside jokes, so sorry if you guys don't get it. It's just sometimes when there's no context, it's even funnier because you guys don't have to get it. It's just funny when people don't get it. Smash, perfect ending. I can't speak today. Oh my god. Smash, perfect ending. How to get the perfect ending? You put Sora in Smash, but that's actually perfect ending A. Perfect ending B, in fact, is actually Chrono in Smash. It even makes sense because Chrono has 15 endings, so in a way, it even makes sense. They aren't thinking me. I mean, I guess if you want to count Master Chief too, it's okay. I'm just here witnessing. Oh my god. I love my family so much. There's not a lot of YouTubers that just have their family chilling in their chat. Well, they do, but like, you know, I like getting some of my family involved, at least the gamers. Everyone else that's not a gamer, I don't. But everyone who's a gamer in my family, I get involved in my channel in some way. Because it's even better with 2 or 3. It takes 2. Or it takes 3. Or it takes B. Again, chat's not gonna get that joke. I need to stop. I can't bring our inside jokes to the stream, because then everyone's gonna leave. They're just gonna be like, what the heck is these guys talking about? Hello? Let's just play Super Punch Out. Who cares? Just play it. But yeah, we discussed every character. Now what? Oh, Piranha Plant. How can I forget? Oh my god, that caused so much despair. For me. When oh my goodness. Because I thought at the time there wasn't gonna be DLC. When they showed that, Incineroar was already announced. So I didn't even know DLC. I didn't even know we were gonna be on a ride. When we found out that Sora was the last character, we are kind of like, oh, that's it. Like, that's all the characters. Oh, okay. Like, it was like, oh, like, imagine finding out something's the last character, like, out of nowhere. That's the worst feeling. Because it's like, you just kind of get surprised. It's like, oh, okay, no Shantae, no Bomberman. Oh, okay, yeah, oh, that sucks. But then, Piranha Plant came and ruined everything, because then they added that too, and it's like, what? Okay, so this is the last character, why is he, like, what? It just made it more angry. But then, right after, they announced the DLC, and it's like, holy cow. It wasn't even, like, I wasn't angry anymore, because it was like, holy cow. There's gonna be DLC. Here we go. You forgot the best DLC. Just think of him as a stepping stone. Yeah, I'll step on him, alright. I'll take it literally. Okay, so let's go with, what should we name him? Okay, so let's yeah, let's do this. I don't know why I'm playing no, I shouldn't be playing Super Punch-Out. You know why? I was gonna save it for a stream. Will you guys like to see I need to ask chat this. Will you guys like to see a stream where I play Super Punch-Out and we do an Iron Man of Super Punch-Out? What I mean by that, I have to beat the whole game without losing. I could fall down, but I can't get knocked out. That means I have to beat the whole game without losing. I can't lose to anyone. If I do, I have to start all over. Will you guys like to see that? And if you guys are like, he's crazy, you clearly haven't, you clearly don't know who I am. I happen to be one of the biggest low-key Punch-Out fans ever. I love Punch-Out so much. In fact, I mastered the Wii and Super Nintendo to an extent. The original, not quite. That one's really hard. I could never do that. I need save states for the original, so that says enough. For these, I don't. I actually, you know, I could do it. Barry Mac. I was quite shocked, to be honest, but he was free, so it's all good. Sounds pog. I'm intrigued. I almost want to do it now. Should we do it now? Shall we? Let's attempt our first Iron Man. Let's do it. We're doing it right now. Let's do it right now. But we'll do a real one. Like, if I lose, we'll do like the real one. Iron Mac. Let's go. Let's see how... I practiced a while back, so I might lose this, but I was kind of in the zone. And before I lose to the first person, imagine. Okay, let's go for the Iron Man. Let's go. Also, I want to punch out for Switch. Where is it? Give me my freaking... Get out of here. Punch-Out's like just one of the best Nintendo things ever. I still remember when I got into it. It was one of the coolest things. Uh-oh. Yeah, get out. That's probably the only trick I know. When he does that, you're supposed to do your start punch right after. And I think he doesn't come back up. Yeah, that's how you... I think that's how you get him. That's like... I don't really know all the tricks. Like, all those, like, speedrun tactics, but I do know, like... a few, like, little things here and there. That was my fastest time. Oh, shoot. Wow. Bee hugger. I mean, he goes to find, you know, the bears who are eating honey, and then, you know... Get the heck out of here. Really quick, before I continue, let me charge my phone. My phone's dying. I like to have it on. Okay. go. There you go. Honey just got huggy. Juju, no one's gonna get these jokes. Ow. Ow. Ah. There we go. The graphics are so fun looking, man. Like, it's not generic to look at all. Yeah, like... Punch-Out Wii is low-key one of my favorite games of all time. Like, I love this series. It's so fun. Like, it's just so funny. And, like, learning and seeing everybody's, like, abilities is so funny to see. Like, it's so good. I beat him. I guess people kind of could get our inside joke. I could tell it. Basically, me and my nephew have, like, this... Like... I don't want to say what I was about to say, forget it. I was gonna say obsession, but no, we don't. With the B movie. You know, the B movie is like a meme, so like we basically just we took one night where we were just coming up with a bunch of different B jokes, and we just kept going on, and we were just cracking up so much. It was so stupid. It was the stupidest thing I ever did in my life. But I don't know, I was so tired, I didn't care. I just kept coming up with like B puns, and we were just cracking up, and now we just do it for everything now, and it's like, it's so dumb. I don't blame anyone if they think it's stupid. It is stupid. This guy's actually hard if you don't know how to dodge his attack. Cause you have to block up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down every time he does it 7 times, I believe. The thing with Punch-Out is one of those things that I memorized it. Cause I played it as a kid so much and had to learn them so much that it actually got stuck in my brain. Like, I actually remember every single, look at that. Every single combination they do, I remember it. Because I remember as a kid studying it. And I have a really good memory. I don't forget things easily. So it's like if I'm playing it as a kid. But I'm an adult, so I'm even, look, it's a new record, you see? Like, I don't even know how I'm doing that. I don't know. You haven't watched that movie in so long. I watched it for the first time a few nights ago. I actually never watched the B movie. I just happened to watch it just because. Because I just needed to, it's a meme, so I needed to see it. And yeah. Regret out of 10. That's the rating I give it. You should watch it again. No, stop. Like, just to give people an idea, I don't know how many people play Punch-Out in the chat, but like, these people aren't supposed to go down this easily. It's the only reason they are is because I actually know, like, their other tactics. Their, like, tricks and stuff. So it probably might not be as fun to watch if you don't actually know what they do. Darn it. I hate when he does that move, because one hit gets you down. The reason is because I wanted to get the... There we go. That's a trick. If you hit him right when he comes, he nuts down. That's why he's called Bald Bull. He charges like a bull, but if you hit him, he becomes the dead bull. Now I need a Red Bull. I don't know why I said that. That was so bad. Let's stop. Another new record. I don't know how I'm doing this. I just played this not so long ago, and I'm somehow doing it faster. Well, I was playing this game when I was really tired. So now that I'm awake, I probably could do it better. Major circuit. Let's go. We see our Iron Man. We still got it. We still got the Iron Man. Why did I do that? I need a red bee. Ow. Hmm.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Fight! Knockout!
It's funny because I was just doing research the other day on Punch-Out. Because you know how games get cancelled so easily nowadays for any little thing? It's the reason they're not doing a new Punch-Out. I'll be so mad if this is the reason. Is it because, like, can we, like, all be a little honest? Punch-Out's, like, kind of... I mean, at most, it's stereotype. It's not racist, it's stereotype. But, like, it's literally, like, you're beating up a bunch of like, it's like, what? Like, when you really think about it, it's a little, like... Is that the reason they don't do a new Punch-Out? I never saw it that way as a kid, though. That's the thing, when you're a kid, and, like... That's the thing. I feel like... It's not like it's targeted against one, but that's when it'll be, like, kind of questionable. It's the fact everyone gets, like, there's a joke for everything. Like, this guy knows karate, he's doing it, like, you know, like, it's just to be funny. It's the same way how comedians do, like, jokes and stuff. It's not doing it out of harm. Like, it's just to you know, it's just a sense of humor. It's not, it's jokes we make every day, like, you know, so put it that way. Just put it that way. Like, a joke that, don't lie, you made once in your life, you know. We all did as kids. Like, we can't act all like we're just, like, perfect and we just, like, oh, we don't think that's funny. Like, if that wasn't the case, then comedians wouldn't always be making jokes all the time. If it wasn't funny to people, they wouldn't be doing it. You get what I'm trying to say? So, like, that's the way I see it. Like, it's not doing it as in, like, in a negative light. Let's put it that way. It's more as in we're laughing at ourselves type of thing. When it's that type of thing, I don't mind. Like, it's not... If it's towards one particular group of people, then yeah, that's when it's, you know. But if it's like just making fun of throwing hands at everyone, then it's like, okay, it's not that, like, it's just light humor, light jabs. But like, it makes me wonder, is that the reason why Punch-Out there's no new ones? Because it's like, do people find it, like, does Nintendo think it'll be offensive? I feel like it might be. Like, do they find it offensive? As a kid, it never even crossed my mind. As a kid, so I doubt any kid, even like, when playing this, even saw it that way. Because it's like, let's be honest, like, that's what made Punch-Out so unique and just funny. Like, it's just like, you know. And let me say that with the biggest clarification, because there's a lot of people that, like, misinterpret what people say, and, like, you know, so the fact that I have to, like, even put that clarification so people know, like, you know, I'm obviously, if it was, like, actually, I wouldn't approve of it, obviously. I mean, look at this guy, he's literally making fun of, like... that it doesn't offend me at all, because it's like... it's just in light fun, it's not, you know... What were we talking about? You zoned out. The fact, if Punch-Out, the reason they don't make a new one, is it because they think, does Nintendo actually think it's offensive? Like, because it's like, they think people think it's racist, like... because of all the different stereotypes in the game. Like, you're just beating up a bunch of different people from, like... Because part of what makes Punch-Out's humor is the fact it's a bunch of different, like, stereotypes, and then, like, they take the stereotype and they go all the way with it. So, like, with, like, the Canadian, he's a bear hugger, or the Mexican, he wears a mask, he's a luchador. The Chinese, he knows karate, or taekwondo, whatever, whichever one it is. I think, wait. I think it's taekwondo, if I'm not mistaken. I might be dumb. But you get my point. And then the Chinese guy, I mean what's it called? The Japanese guy. My God, I'm not thinking today. I'm so stupid. It was a Japanese guy I was fighting right now. But you get my point. I don't need to give more examples. You get what I'm trying to say. Like... I'm wondering if that's why Nintendo doesn't, you know... Okay, let me pay attention, because right now I might lose the Iron Man just because I'm talking. But yeah, me personally, I don't find Punch-Out a problem. It's not, like... And not even all of them are stereotypes. I agree with what you said. It's obviously poking fun at all stereotypes and isn't targeting just one, exactly. Like, these hands are rated E for everyone. I'm gonna be... You could have just said, I'm gonna be going now, but you just had to say, I'll be you later. Like, you could have made a better pun with that, but a B out of 10, I give you. Okay, see you, Juju. Oh my God. No, my ultimate rival. The reason I say that is in Punch-Out Wii, he's the champion. In this game, he isn't. But it'll be a shame if he ends my run. No. This ultimate concentration mode, come on. Be yo. Dang. That was kind of crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4. Fight!
Darn it! Uh-oh. Let's be careful. He's going all out now. This might be the end. I am nervous. Oi. Get out! Oh, that was such a close call. I don't understand why people can't laugh at these jokes anymore. In the minute... relatable humor is gonna be the only type of humor that's acceptable. That's kind of sad, because at the end of the day, we're laughing at ourselves. Because culture, like, I think people just forgot that, in a way, us making it bad is giving more attention to it. Because it's like, you think about it, it's like, we're making fun of the culture. But if you think about it, if we're try to get what I'm saying, maybe I might have just figured it all out for some people, but like, if you're calling it, I mean, obviously some things are outright like wrong, you don't do, but like in this case, let's put it like when it's like humor like this, like light humor, you saying it's racist in a way, like, have you ever thought that maybe like you saying that and making it apparent is making it that? Because it's like, in reality, we're making fun of the culture. You know how we're all from different cultures? What makes stereotypes is because certain cultures are like prevalent from different kinds of people. So like, because that we believe that certain things are like this, certain things are like that. So if you're saying it's that, it means that you believe the stereotype in a way. Or not that you believe this, like, how do I explain? Like, you almost what's it? What? How can I phrase this where it makes sense? It's like, cause it's like the culture itself, it's what's being made fun of, but anything could have that culture. You get what I mean? Like, if you're saying it's making fun of something, you're not understanding that it's probably not even making fun of the way you think it is, making fun of a culture. And culture is just how we categorize everyone. But in reality, if you have the true mind of how people are supposed to think, which is one race, and we're all human, and that's all it is, we're different. We just have different cultures. That's what makes us unique. But it's because we see it in such a perspective that it's like we're different from each other. It's like, oh, okay, that's when things change. But in reality, it's just flair. We're from different cultures. So when we make fun of a culture, we laugh at ourselves because we just all have different cultures, and some are not used to it, some are. That's why some laugh at different things, because it's like some aren't that and some are, because it's like that's what makes it, but when we take it on the level of being like looking down on it, that's when it's wrong, because it's like we're all the same. Like, we're all God's people. So, like, what? Like, people need to stop. Like, it's just dumb. Like, it's almost like because we're in such a perspective now on differences, that's why this even gets said in the first place. But in reality, it's all just a joke. Like, like, Punch Out is just a joke. It's not anything harmful. It starts to become harmful when you start actually like pointing it out and being like, oh, haha, this, like, and then you take it too far. You're singling it out. Punch Out's not singling anyone out. Everyone's catching the hands, literally. So it's like, it's just dumb. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll be honest. I'm one of those people. I don't get offended easily. Like, I don't get bothered. I just don't. Like, it's weird. I understand why others get bothered, though. That's one thing, though. I understand. I don't give flack to anyone that, because I get it. Like, I can't speak on that. But for me, it doesn't bother me. Like, it's just like whatever. But I disagree when people do it, obviously. It's just, for me personally, but it's just a fact. It boggles my mind that, like, something, even things that used to be a joke or in a way used to just be all in good fun, has to make, like, everything has to be stressful nowadays. everything has to be stressful. Because it's like anything you do could be canceled, anything you do could be controversial. And it's just because it's like if you make it controversial, then we're not going to reach our goal. The only way we could reach our goal is by just like obviously it's certain things that where we draw the line. Like, don't get me wrong, but like certain things we can be sensitive to everything, because in a way the more sensitive we are to things, the more things get worse. You'll be surprised. And it's not with everything. Let me clarify, because I don't mean that with, obviously certain things, yes, we need to change. But in things like this, for example, like Punch Out, that's a game about just like, okay, it has a little questionable humor, like those kind of things. We need to stop. Like, it's not a big deal. It's something that's like, when we were all kids, we didn't even like notice or care. Like, it was just funny. It's equivalent, like I said, to a comedian just saying like something, a joke, and it's like everyone just laughs it off and stuff. Like, that's just like, it's just it just bothers me, because it's like there's so many things we don't need to be offended by, that are not supposed to be offensive. Let me clarify that. The reason I keep saying this, if you guys are getting annoyed why I'm saying that, is because I'm not saying this to the people watching. I'm saying to the people that come out of nowhere, happen to watch this video, and they said, oh, he said this. Like, there's always going to be one. You never know. So I have to clarify. So, because there's actual dumb people in this world that actually just don't get it, like what you're trying to say. Like, I'm obviously not saying that. Like, I'm saying what I'm saying. If you get it, you get it. Like, it's not that hard to understand. Like, it's kind of like how people on Twitter call others racist for certain stereotypes, etc., but then feed into them themselves. Yeah, like, it's just, I don't know. Right, you can't just get sensitive over the smallest things. Pointing it out will just make you depressed. Like, that too. Like, I don't... Like, we need to know where to draw the line. It's come to a point where we draw the line too early. That there's no room. It's just a line. There's the line and everything inside the line, but there's nothing outside the line. Because now everyone's just sensitive. Like, I kid you not, like, when I'm making a video, I actually have to think to myself, like, what will there be something I say in this video that'll actually, and it's not saying that there's stuff that I've said that were like crazy. I'm saying these are for things that are not even a big deal, like little stuff. They have nothing to do with like stereotype or not. It's not even that. It's literally just normal stuff. But I literally second guess, like, can this be controversial? Would I get canceled for this? Like, I actually have to ask myself that. I'm actually have to be very careful with everything I say, because in this day and age, you get like in trouble for anything, even if you're like the most innocent person ever, and you say something like you can't make you can't make one mistake, and you can't say anything that could present, like, those are the two factors. One of those things you do wrong on the internet's over for you. Like, it's so dumb. It doesn't make sense. It's stupid. That's why I'm really shocked Punch Out nothing ever came up, because Punch Out's kind of like, now that I really think about it, like, it just hit me. Like, is that the reason they don't make a new Punch Out? Can that really be it? But yeah, I'm glad there's people who get me in the chat. Like, Well, we've beat the Iron Man for 2 of them. I have to go now, though. I'm glad we had this talk, though. Because it's important that some people talk about these important topics. Some people get afraid to even talk about it. I won't lie, I get a little I like being honest with you guys. Like, so I want to be open so you guys know that I'm not like fake, or like I like to be as like real as possible. I believe being real with people is good, because then it makes people know that you're connecting with your audience. You're not just like I have a personality, but like when I'm real, I think I learned this from Erica too. Like I just like being real. I don't like to like pretend, like, you know. So like when I say this, like I do get like nervous to talk about certain things, because I don't like talking about controversial things on stream. I feel like it's not the place where you guys come to enjoy games and like talk about games. I never get political or anything. I don't care about any of that. But even topics like this that I said right now, I get nervous talking only for the fact that I just feel like there's gonna be one person that doesn't get what I'm saying. And that's the thing, I'm not even saying anything wrong. And I know I'm not saying anything wrong, but it's just such a topic that's like, oh, is it gonna like cause, like, I actually get like, it's crazy. Isn't that crazy that I actually have to like, I have to almost feel like I have to be so careful, because I feel like, and I'm not saying for the people who are currently watching, it's for more so that a year later, there's a guy that clips me and they say, oh, look what he's saying. Like, you know, like I get kind of scared, like if that'll happen. But I'm not scared because I know what I said wasn't wrong. So that's why I say it in the first place, because what I'm saying wasn't wrong. I know what I'm saying. It's you know. Now, if it's something that I know I shouldn't say, I'm not gonna say it of it, and I wouldn't say it. That's the thing. I'm only gonna say what I feel strongly is right to say, but I'm never gonna say, I promise you, I will never say anything that's gonna be, you know, I'm gonna say something that's like, you know, that's gonna help people or help people have a different perspective, because I truly believe that I should share that with people, because I like helping people. I like helping helping people be more open-minded. I like you know, I do it out of positivity. As long as you guys know that, then that's what, you know, that matters. Like, that's the only reason I do it, because this stuff generally hurts me. Like, I don't like seeing conflict. I don't like seeing people fighting over things. I don't like seeing people, it hurts. I don't like seeing that. I want to see people get along. I want people to stop fighting already. Like, just, you know. So that's why I talk about these things. So that's the context for that, for those few that might not understand, which I'm sure most of you do, but for that 1% that might see this video 1 year, 5 years later, you know, just so you get the what's going on. Exactly, it's only become harmful when you try to make it harmful, and same, I don't get easily offended either, to be honest, right? You can't just get sensitive over the smallest things. Oh yeah, I read that. Sometimes I think the same thing, but then I realize I can't let these people hold me back of what I want, of what I want to say. Yeah, I love venting about this stuff because these people irritate me. It's alright, you can honestly talk to me about these things if you want. Okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, that makes me feel a lot better. But don't worry, I'm not gonna make these streams talking about it. I only talk, like, just so you guys know, I'm a ranter. Only what comes to mind is what I talk about. It's not that I'm gonna be talking of this. Is not gonna be a thing. So for people who don't want me talking about, like, don't worry. I'm always gonna be talking about games and stuff and, like, you know, positive things. And it was a positive thing, but, like, you know, people don't have to worry. I'm always gonna be, like, doing that. I just do what comes to mind. I'm just natural in the moment. You get what I mean? Opinions on Brawl Meta Knight? He was my main. I loved him. I don't care if he was broken. Okay, see you guys. Thanks for the stream. This was a really fun stream. I almost didn't stream today, but I really enjoyed that we did. That was actually really fun. So yeah, like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff. And I've been the chosen one. And I'll see you, Nintendo. God bless. I love you all. I'm happy for all the Sora fans. We'll continue the Punch-Out Iron Man next time. And we'll repeat it and have its own whatever thing, maybe, depending. We'll see. Anyway, love you guys. Always love talking with you. And Rainy, special shout out to Rainy. I always love talking with you. You're always fun to talk to in the chat. A true friend. True online friend. Anyway, love you all. Love you guys.